And I want you to know some people leave even though they never leave. There's some people will never leave, but a part of them gone. And they're staying because it's easier to. The cherishing was revealed in his willingness to work for her. So he was working to get her practically. We should be working to keep them emotionally. See, when you don't work to keep them emotionally, you can assume because you have them, you got them. And I want you to know some people leave even though they never leave. There's some people will never leave, but a part of them gone. And they're staying because it's easier to. It's not do you have them in the home, it's do you have their heart still. Tario played this out of this. It's cherish. Pastor, what's this like? Practically, there's like a few things I want to give them to you. Y'all ready for points? All right, let's do this. All right, number one, practically, what does this look like? It looks like curiosity. It means there's this willingness. If you cherish me, there's this willingness to consistently explore where I am. That you're constantly trying to know me. Watch this, because curiosity brings clarity. You need clarity to see those unique qualities. Come on. Am I making sense? And clarity addresses the enemy of relational familiarity. See, this is what happens. You can have something that is rare so long that rare become common. That's the way some people treat their lifestyle. You don't realize that the majority of the world don't live like you. The majority of the world does not live, but it is so common that you forgot it's rare. And sometimes you got to look at who you with and really ask yourself objectively, how many more of them did God make? I'm not talking about a man who could write a check or a woman who got a pretty body, but I'm talking about these qualities. How many more of them that God made? How many more of them do you trust to stay if you lose it all? If you're sick, will they stay? Will they help you to the bathroom? See, some people only pick people that are only good for a season. And when you're choosing for a lifetime, you got to trust them in every season. See, because just because someone values you doesn't mean they value the right things. Are you valuing something that can change? And I don't even have time to deal with this, but I was going to take you to Mark 6, and I was going to show you how even with Jesus, familiarity blocks what's in the other person for you. Mark said, a prophet's not without honor except in his own home. He did not do many miracles there, except lay his hands on a few sick people. A few people got what was available for many. Because they were so familiar. Isn't this the carpenter's son, familiarity? I grew up with him. I know little Jesus. They grew up with him, and there was something in him that they never pulled out because they wouldn't honor it. And there's something in the person you with that never can get pulled out if we don't honor it. Cherish that. They're getting questioned everywhere else. Some of them being second guessed everywhere else. Some of us are being dismissed everywhere else. When I come home, questioned at work, questioned in rooms, dismissed, doubted, but when I come home, I need to feel seen. Curiosity. Number 2, consideration. Hey, don't worship me, consider me. I'm not asking you to put me in God's place. Put me in my place, though. Don't put me in God's place, but don't put me in another place I don't belong. Considering me, it means that you consider the implications of your actions or inaction. That if I ask you for something and you refuse to keep giving it to me, are you considering what life is like for me without that? If I say when you do that, it impacts me that way, are you considering me? Don't worship me. Don't put me in God's place. But after God should be me if we married. I just want my right place. Number 3, chasing. You're chasing their heart in constant pursuit of it. It's what Jimmy Evans calls the law of pursuit. Leaving and cleaving. Cleaving is pursuit. It's glue. I'm going to forever chase your heart. Because if you do that, you get a version of them that blesses you. Come on, man. Husbands, Ephesians 5. If you will let God use you to make your wife better, to sanctify her. The Bible says it's analogous to Christ in the church. He presents to himself a glorious church without spot or wrinkle. You benefit from the version of the woman you with. So if you help her become that version, you benefit from that. Don't do all that work and let somebody else. You did all the work, then they get the upgraded version. The devil is a liar, period. And number 4, commitment. We underestimate the power of consistency in a relationship. Are you committed to be consistent? Because my security is based on your predictability. If you're hot one day, cold another, I'm not going to feel, it's not even safe for me to feel secure. Are you committed to consistency because you have an adherence to certain principles? Because I don't know what I'm going to get at work. I don't know what I'm going to get at the gym. I don't know what I'm going to, but I need to know what I'm going to get when I come home. This is the one place I don't want to have to wonder. And God is glorified through relationships like that. And the only reason you make these shifts that we've talked about in this series is because your passion and your heart is to glorify God through that relationship. Because it's a simple principle, but it's hard work. It's hard work and it's heart work. And if your only motivation is having a great relationship, you're still not going to do this work. But if you want to have one that people look at and it glorifies God, say, God is using my relationship to reignite hope in people regarding relationships. That's what I want my marriage to be. Lord, would you use this to reignite hope into people about the possibility of this? Be glorified. Get glory.